Okay, maybe let us start now. Okay, for today, okay, I'm David Man. Okay, coming from the digital learning team, Global HR. Okay, basically most of you, okay, from me and Fong will treat Peter and I come from the ITS. Yes, you are right. 7 years back, Peter and I are in the ITS division. However, we have already moved to the HR for a long, long time ago. Okay, for a long, long time. Okay, so please remember, okay, David and Peter are come from the digital learning team of HR. Okay, let us start now. Okay, basically for today's session, okay, the title for today's session is data exploration and visualization. Um, what is data exploration and visualization? Okay, just let's have a look on what it is. Okay, in Microsoft, okay, they have some guideline for us, okay, to handle our data. Okay, basically in the old time, okay, what you were going to do with your data, I think the most convenient tool is Excel, right? However, the old Excel, okay, I will treat it as an old Excel. It is the features may be so outdated, especially now is the big data century. Okay, most of us need to handle a huge amount of data from different channels. So that's why the old Excel is not capable to handle the nowadays requirement for data analysis. So that's why they enhance the features of Excel. So I name them as Power Excel. Okay? Basically, what Power Excel has is like this. Because for today's session, basically I will divide it into two parts. The first part, I will focus on what is Power Query. Okay? And the second part, I will focus on what is Power Pivot. Okay? And also, if you say, wow, if I'm working in the phone, if I have so many data from different channels, so what should I do? Basically, in the old time, okay, for raw data, I think most of them are come from the XTS, and now we have already named it as something like what? Order management system, right? You see? Because I have a long, long time not using the XTS, they has already renamed it, right? It's the order management system, am I right? Okay, so most of them are come from the order management system. And the raw data from the order management system are in which format? In XLSX format or in CSV format, or maybe sometimes, okay, maybe for some system, they may connect to the order management system directly through something called the channel, right? So once we got those raw data, then what should we do? Because for the raw data, they may not be available for us to do data analysis at once. The reason why, because maybe most of the data are not complete, maybe have some missing record, something like that. So what we should do is to massage those data. If you would like to massage those data, I would suggest you to use something called the Power Query. Basically, Power Query, it is already an old term. Maybe 2 years back, okay, Microsoft will name it as Power Query. But now, okay, for the new Microsoft Excel, the Excel 2016, okay, they have already renamed it as the Get and Transform features. Okay, what is it actually? Okay, because in the old time, I think most of you, okay, when doing a data analysis, you may directly download those data from the XTS, okay, to your desktop machine, and then you will make use of the Excel file, and then do the data analysis and data massage on a single Excel file, right? However, if you say, well, David, I have already did something wrong, so what should you do? Then you need to re-download those data again and do it again and again. However, after the features, okay, of Power Query implement to Microsoft Excel, then what you should do is that to create a query. Basically, what is a query? In the old time, if you would like to use a query, then you need to know a language. That is something called the SQL. The spelling is SQL, and we pronounce it as SQL, the SQL language. Okay, with the SQL language, the computer may dynamically, okay, to retrieve data for you whenever you need the data. and according to your need. Okay, this is the beauty for PuP query. Because in the old time, if you need to do maybe generate 100 reports, then you need to do the data massage and then to call the data for 100 times. However, for after the implementation of PuP query, you may just simply set the PuP query for once and then apply the same query for 100 times. Then the machine will generate 100 reports for you. Is it clear? Okay. And then after that, because as I mentioned before, for the nowadays data, maybe they are coming from different channels. So if those data are coming from different channels, then we need to link them together, okay, according to their relationship. Okay, or else, okay, we will have some data missing. Okay, and then after that, what we need to do next is to do something like the PuP analysis. Because in the old time, what tools you are using for to do data analysis? In Excel, you will use something called the pivot table, right? But for pivot table, they have some limitation. That is, we can only apply pivot analysis on a single table, right? If those data are coming from different channel and they are composed with more than one table, then you cannot do it easily. You need to combine them with a very useful function called VLOOKUP. Okay, I think most of our HR colleagues are very clean in using VLOOKUP features because for the HR colleague, they need to merge so many different data together into one and making use of the VLOOKUP features. However, maybe it will take you quite a lot of time. However, after we use the data model features and then link those tables directly with some very easy step, and then what next? That is to apply the pivot analysis with something called the PuP pivot to do the analysis for you. So after this process, okay, you may turn your raw data into a report easily with a few steps. Okay, is it clear? This is the new strategy for Microsoft to help you to turn your raw data into a meaningful and useful report with a few steps. Okay, basically, in this section, I will go through the step one by one with you. Okay, what next is, what tools will first of all to introduce in this session? The first feature is called PuP query. PuP query. Basically, what is it? Okay, for PuP query now in the Office 2016, you can find it under the Microsoft Excel, under the Data tab. In the Data tab ribbon, you can find an option called the new query. Basically, you may click the new query to create your own PuP query to call those raw data from your data source. Okay, maybe let us do it together. Okay, for those colleagues, who is late for the session, okay, please download the sample.zip file, okay, from my email to your desktop machine and then unzip it under the My Document folder. Huh?
Sorry, the zip file is empty.
It's empty?
Yeah.
Anyone know? Is it empty? No. This one? This one? Yes.
Yeah, I know already, but it is empty.
No, then send around. Just get it done. Yeah.
What is the video?
Unzip. Okay. Okay. once you unzip the file under the My Document folder, okay, you can see here, this is my sample file folder, right? And then after that, just open the sample files folder, and then over here, you can see a CSV underscore file, right? Okay, in this session, I will teach you how to import data source from other files. Okay, and for today's session, I will use the CSV file as an example. Okay, so that means, okay, here are those data source. Okay, besides CSV file, okay, Excel file, what other data source you will need to import to your Microsoft Excel to do analysis? Any other file format in mind now? I can see some programmer here. Okay, because of a programmer, okay, we may sometimes need to import data from JSON file, JSON file, and also data from XML format as well. Okay, so basically most of the data source, data source file format now they are available in the market. Excel has already get some features to handle it already. Okay, so this is our data source. So how to import them into our Excel file? So we just open a blank Excel worksheet first. Basically, this is my Excel spreadsheet. Is it okay? Okay, and what next is that we would like to create a PuP query to retrieve those data, right? So we go to the data tab over here, and over here, can you see there's a ribbon? Okay, as I mentioned before, PuP query has already changed their name from PuP query to get and transform data, right? So what next is, okay, how to get the data? Okay, as you can see here, okay, get data. If you click this button, click the button list button over here, then you can see we can import data from different file format, like what I mentioned before, Excel file, CSV file format, XML, JSON, or even from a folder which are full of different data sources. Okay, of course, you will say, can I connect to the database directly? Of course, you may do it. The beauty for you to connect to the database directly, you know what is the benefit for you to connect this Excel spreadsheet directly to the database? That is, once the database got updated, whenever you open this Excel spreadsheet, then all the data will be automatically retrieved from the database directly to your Excel spreadsheet, especially if you have already created an analysis template in Microsoft Excel. That means whenever you open the Excel file, then you can get your report automatically without doing anything. Just click and open. Wow, that easy, that simple. However, okay, don't dream in the end phone, because the database of Excel of the order management system, okay, is not available for you to connect directly to the database. The reason why, security concern. Okay. Of course, if you say any other interesting analysis we can do, yes. Okay, if you select this option, or from Facebook, that means if you would like to do an analysis on your fan status, and you would like to do some analysis on your relationship with your friends, then you may make use of this feature. But I will not go with this feature for you. You may try at home by yourself. Okay, those are very interesting features. And here, okay, I don't want to mention this one because it may be a little bit so complicated, okay, and technical. What I'm going to mention is this one because I will cover it, okay, in the later part of this session as well. This is what we call the combined query. Combined query is very interesting, especially for the merge features. It is very useful for you. I will have an example to go through this feature with you as well. For the append feature, also very useful. But however, you may say, David, it is a little bit stupid for using the append features. Do you know why? Is it the same that, okay, if I append a table behind another table, just like copy and paste, right? But think about it. do you remember the benefit of using query? That is to optimize the whole thing. That means if you generate the report, if you're using the copy and paste all the time to append different tables together, then what happened? That means if your boss asks you to generate 100 different reports, okay, for him, then you need to do it for 100 times. However, after you implement the query concept, that means once you create a query and then run the query 100 times, then you will get 100 different reports. This is the beauty of using query. Is it okay? So, what should we do? Okay, just go to here first, from file. From file? Yeah. Yeah. Automate this. Build the query. Yeah. Yes. That means whenever, if you got some data update in your file, you just simply change the data source with the same name in the same location. Then this query will automatically retrieve the data for you. Of course, okay, for this session, okay, I will teach you to use the data file with the same name, okay, to handle it. However, of course, if you know the PuP features in depth, especially if you use these features from folder, then it will automatically do it for you in a specific folder. However, because if you use this feature to import those data from the folder, it will generate quite a lot different file which may distract you. So I don't want to cover it at the very beginning of this session. So I will suggest you, okay, just simply create a query, okay, with a specific data file name, and then whenever if you have some data to do analysis, just to save the file with the same data source file name, then it is much more simpler and for you to handle and more easier to understand. Okay, so now just go through here from file, select this option from task CSV, right? So click this button, and then the machine will open a dialog box for you because we have already put the sample file under the document, and then over here, sample files. Under sample files, we have a folder called CSV_files, right? Double click the CSV_files, and then over here, okay, just to have a look. Okay, which folder, which data source we would like to connect? Okay, so just start from the customer_lookup first. Okay, just simply double click the customer_lookup.csv file, customer. And then it will open a dialog box like something like this. Okay, first of all, okay, as you can see here, you can view all the data, okay, easily from this dialog box. Okay, the topmost three combo box. Okay, let me go for it. Okay, basically, as you know, okay, for those task file, we'll have a different coding standard. Okay, the most common one is NC, and later on we have something called the Unicode, right? However, if you find that, okay, that task file or CSV file opened and you find so many monster or jargon over there, okay, you don't understand what they are, then you better to change the file origin. Okay, what does it mean? That means the coding method, okay, over here to check which coding method is the suitable for you. However, I will suggest you not to change it because that it will select, okay, and by the Microsoft Excel automatically for you. And here, because as I mentioned before, this is a CSV file. CSV file, what does it mean? What is the full name for CSV file? That is actually the comma separated value file, right? That means, okay, they will use a delimiter, which is a comma, to separate each record, okay? So it is automatically select a comma for you. However, if you find that task file, which is not using a comma as a delimiter, then you may select over here, whether it is using a space, semicolon, equal sign, even, okay, you may custom by yourself, just like this, okay? Of course, I will remain using the comma separator. Okay, and here, okay, just like most of the data and analytic tools in the world, okay, it will show the topmost 200 rows, okay, for you to check whether these are the data you are looking for. Okay, after that, what should you do? Okay, as can you see here at the bottom right corner, you can see 3 buttons. Okay. Okay, basically, okay, you may directly load to your Excel spreadsheet to do the analysis directly. However, I would suggest you not to do like this. I would suggest you to use these features, edit. What does it mean? Okay, just simply follow my instruction, click edit. After you click edit, then the computer will open another file for you. Okay, don't compare the speed with my machine, okay, because this is my own machine. Not the company machine. Your machine can't compare the speed with my machine, because I have already enabled the GPU to do calculation. Okay, do you know what is GPU? Graphic processing unit. Because I'm doing some research in the university on data. Okay, I will cover some mechanism in some research in machine learning as well. So maybe I need to do a huge amount of calculation. If you have this lead, then I would suggest you to buy a machine with a very powerful GPU. Okay, graphic processing unit. In the old time, okay, for GPU is only for those colleagues which are very keen in playing a computer game. However, now if you are very keen in doing research in data analysis and also doing something like AR and VR, then you need a very powerful machine. Then you better have a computer with some very good performance GPU. For this one, it's a 1070. If you have more money, then you may buy the model 1090. Okay, if you have enough money. I think most of you will have enough money to buy, but you are not willing to pay this lump sum of money to buy a machine with so expensive and so costly. Okay. Okay. Now, here, what you can see here is the power query. Okay, although they have already changed the name to get and transform, right? But okay, this feature, okay, in this application, you can see here power query editor. Can you see this? Power query editor. Still with the name power query editor, right? And over here, what you can see is your data from the CSV file, right? But you may ask, what is the differences to directly import those data to our Excel spreadsheet? What are the differences? Okay, let us have a look first. Basically, okay, in this page, okay, you can see all the data, right? And for the top most heading, the header row, can you see here? They will give a header row for each column. For example, for this field, for the customer ID, we will have the header customer underscore ID. For the second column, this is actually the account number. They will have a customer underscore account number for you. And also, at the left-hand side of the header, can you see here? They will have a code over there. What is the code about? Let us have a look. For example, for this one, customer account number. If you click this button, what happens? Because for Microsoft Excel, basically, you need not to define clearly what is the data type of the column. However, in Power Query, okay, we need to make sure, okay, different columns have different data type, because especially if later on you would like to retrieve data from different data sources and would like to form a data model to connect all the table together, data type is very, very important for you. So these are the data type. However, if you say, David, how come they will provide some data type for us? Because for the first one, you import those data. The Power Query Editor will do it automatically for you. Now let's have a look on what the system did for you. On the right hand side, can you see something called the query setting? Basically, can you see here the applied steps? Can you see here applied steps? What does it mean? That means, okay, when we choose the customer lookup CSV file. The first time the Power Query do is to retrieve the data from the source. So the first step is, okay, from the source, retrieve the data. And then what next is here. Okay, it will automatically promote the first row of data to become the header. So that's why we have the header, customer postal code, customer country, birthday, and marital status. Can you see this? And the first step, what the Power Query did for us is to change the type. So for this action, it will choose a correct data type for each column for us over here. Of course, can we change the data type by ourselves? The answer is yes. If you would like to change the data type, just do what I did before. Just click here and then choose a suitable data type for your column. Is it clear? Okay? And then what next? Okay, again, over here. Can you see here is the property name, right? Because this is the query. Okay, basically, I would like to clearly to let you know what is the query. Basically, query is not the actual data source, okay, of our data. Okay, it is actually some script for us to help us to retrieve data directly from the data sources. So don't treat query as a set of data. Okay, you need to have a very clear concept in mind. That is, this is a query. This is actually some programming language to help us automatically to retrieve the data. So over here, in order to help us to differentiate, okay, this is a query, this is a table. So I have some best practice to share with you. For query, I would like to have something like this, with a small character, with small letters, QRY in front of the name, customer underscore lookup. Basically, this is some the best practice for most of the old-style programmer like me. Okay, old-style programmer like me. But I find it is very useful, so that's why I would like to share with you. Although it will show my age is very old. Okay, here, okay, the first three character is basically define, okay, the type of these features, okay, because of these features is the query. So I use the short form QRY to tell people this is a query, and the rest of them, customer underscore lookup, is the name of the query. Okay, just the same. If you would like to name a table, I would suggest you to have the first three character be as the TBL. Okay, for the TBL is basically the short form of the table. So whenever people see this short form, then they will know, okay, what is the content of this name. Okay, this is what is so-called the Hungarian notation. Hungarian notation. Okay. So after that, enter. Okay, we have already named it as the QRY customer lookup. Okay. Yes. Pardon me? You have closed the query session. Okay. Oh, I also closed the, okay. Okay, I don't want to close it. Okay, actually, let me show you. Okay. Okay, maybe let's do it like this. Okay, if somebody else calls the query in by accident, okay, just like what I'm doing, okay, then the Power Query editor will prompt a dialog box like this, right? It will ask you, okay, do you want to keep your change? Of course, I would like to keep my change. So what I do? Okay, keep option. And then after that, see here, it will prompt up something like this. Okay. Okay, first of all, okay, if you just keep change, okay, then it will automatically to create another spreadsheet for you. But here, it will generate another new worksheet for me. Okay, this is sheet 2. And then on your right hand side, you will see a panel like this, query and connection. And then over here, because we have already renamed, okay, the query from customer underscore lookup to QRY customer lookup, So you can see QRY customer lookup at the inside the panel. Is it clear? So if you like to go back to the query editor, just simply double click this option. Then the system will open the Power Query again for you. Is it clear? Okay, got it. Of course, what next? Okay, just have a look here. Okay, over here, can you see the tab over here? Transform, add column. Can you see this? Okay, just have a look on transform and add column. For transform, okay, for this ribbon, transform, can you see over here? We've got something called the statistic function, standard function, scientific notation, trigonometry, rounding, and information, right? However, for the add column, we also have the same function over here. Then what are the differences between the add column and transform? Okay, this is the question, right? Basically, most of the function, okay, you can find in transform. You can also find in what? In the add column as well. So what are the differences between add column and transform? Okay, let me show you. Okay, for example, can you see here? We've got something called the first name, last name, right? If you say, David, I would like to combine the first name and last name together, then what should we do? Okay, we just simply highlight the first name column and press the Control key and select also the last name column, right? And then what next here is for transform. Okay, for transform, we've got something called the what? Merge column, right? Merge column. Can you see this option? Merge column. Can you see this? Right? After you click the merge column, see what happened. It will ask you, okay, what do you want to? Okay, first of all, it would pop up a dialog box and to ask, okay, because you would like to merge two columns together, will you have some separator in between these two words? Okay, two words or between these two records. Okay, after you merge these two columns together. So if you would like to have a separator, then I would just suggest you to maybe have a space, something like that. It has to be a separator. And also, I would like to name the new column as something called the full underscore name. Is it clear? Full underscore name. And then what next? Just click the OK button. So, what you get here is what? Is the full name instead of the first name and last name, right? And the first name and last name will disappear, right? Because the function for merge is transform. What does it mean? That means to transform the old data, first name and last name, to a full name. That means for those records from the column last name and first name will disappear because we'll merge both of them together. And over here, can you observe something different? Okay, that is in between the first name and last name, we'll have a space in between, right? That is what we so-called the separator, right? However, David, wow, I did something wrong because finally I don't want to combine both the last name and first name together because I find that, okay, if we keep those field name, okay, in atomic size, okay, it's better for us to do analysis. So how to resume the whole process? Okay, in old time, I will teach you to press the Ctrl Z, right? However, see here on the right hand side, on your right hand side, can you see something called the merge column? Because for every step you did in the Power Query, those steps will be recorded under this panel. That means if you would like to resume which steps, you may just simply click the remove button over here. Just click the remove button, see what happened. See? Resumed. The first name and last name appears again. Yeah, pardon me? Pardon?
How to
Resume? Okay, from your applied steps, okay, panel on the right hand side, can you see a steps called the merge, right? You just click the remove button, then it will resume. Okay, back to first name and last name, right? Is clear? Of course, you say, well, David, I would like to add one more column called full name. Is it possible? Of course, sure. How to do it? Just do the same thing. Okay, select these two columns. But now, what I'm going to do is to select the what? Add column instead. Because for transform, the old record will be removed. However, for add record, this is another story. Okay, after we select the two columns, first name and last name, and then click the button, merge columns. So what happened? See here? I just want to have another, maybe this time I use an equal sign. Okay? And now the name, I'll use full underscore name. Okay? After that, click OK button. See what happened? Well, where is the additional column? You say you will add a column called full name, right? Just scroll to the end of the table. Then you will see a column called full name at the end of the table. Just like this. Full underscore name. Sherry equal to Nauma. Something like that. Is it clear? At the end of the table, you will find the additional column. Is it clear? Right? Okay. So, till this moment, any questions? That's great. And also, another point I would like to mention is like this. Basically, for those data import, okay, from the data source, okay, it will look like a special Excel spreadsheet. Basically, at the top right corner of this table, if you click this button, we will have so many features over there, right? And here, I would like to introduce two features I would like to share with you. Okay, basically here, this is the first one. Remove errors. Remove errors. What does it mean? Because for those data source files that are prepared for you, I have already screened it. That means no error at all. But for the real life situation, especially for those data from the order management system, I think, okay, you may encounter so many errors over there. Okay, so if whenever have some error over there, okay, you better, okay, to choose this option, remove errors, okay, and then after that, all error will be removed. Okay, what does it mean? What type of data we treat as an error? For example, incomplete record is one of the error. Maybe some record with some incomplete information, like maybe for that field, maybe most of the column this field should be in numerical format. However, accidentally, how come that field will become textual format? Then it will become a problem for you to doing analysis. So this kind of data, the Microsoft Power Query will treat them as an error. Okay, if you click the remove error option, then all the error record will be removed. However, if you will ask, David, if I would like to know what kind of error happened, okay, in the process, then what should we do? Okay, if there are really have some error, okay, can you see here on my left hand side? Okay, here we've got something called the query, right? Just simply click this button, see what happens. If you click this button, then it will show you how many queries there inside the Power Query editor. Because up to this moment, we've got only one query. So we've got only one query over here. However, if you after you press the remove error button, if there are really have some error record over there, then all those error record will become an additional query called the error record over here to let you know what record and have some error generated in process. Is it clear? Okay, all this stuff will will be settled automatically for you. Okay? Okay, now, can you see this, right? Okay, now, David, it's very good. We have already add one more column. Okay, that's fine. And then what next? Okay, if we like to create to import another data, okay, into this Power Query, then what should we do? Okay, just do something like this. Okay, go to the file options over here. Okay, and then press the button, close and load. And then we'll fall back, okay, to this page. If now I would like to input another set of data, so what should we do? Just do it here. Go to the data and then choose, okay, because for the old method, maybe the most for this method, we'll go to the get data and then from file from CSV. However, if you would like to do it faster, you may just simply click this button, task/CSV. Okay. After that, okay, come back here, and then this time, please select the calendar_lookup.csv. Just do it. Okay. Double click. And now here, what you can see here is the calendar_lookup.csv, right? If you say, well, David, I would like to have a look, okay, in our Power Query. So what should we do? Click the Add button. This is my best practice to share with you. Whenever you import those CSV file or other data sources, okay, I would suggest you to select the Add, okay, in order to have a look first, in order to, before you decide to import them into our Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. Okay, over here is only a very simple date format record, right? If you click this button, then you can see one more query has already been generated. Okay, as what I did before, okay, I would like to rename the calendar outlook query into the QRY calendar lookup query. Okay, rename it. And then over here, what I'm like to do is like this. Okay, after you get the dates, okay, basically, what type of information you would like to do is that, okay, for example, the old time, most of the time, whenever you find a date, then you will like to know, okay, what type of thing. For example, if you are working in a financial institute, then you would like to know, okay, the week number of the date, right? Because to doing analysis in financial institute, okay, we will use week, okay, as the unit to do analysis on the change of the share price, okay, in the past few years, right? So if you need this kind of calculation, then what should you do? First of all, okay, select this column, date, and then we would like to have some additional column. So which ones will you select? We will select the add column instead of the transform, right? Transform will cut out the original data, right? Add column, and then over here, can you see an option for the date, right? Over here, we've got something the date. Okay, if you would like to, okay, for example, these are the birthday, okay, of our VIP members. Then what should you do? Just simply click this button. Age. See? This will show you, okay, this guy has already lived in the earth, okay, for 7,867 days. Is it clear? Okay, if I say, well, what next? Okay, for example, here, I'd like to got the year, okay, year number. Okay, here is the year, 1997, right? If you say, well, I would like to know the dates, okay, with the week number. For example, week of years. This one is the first week, second week, fourth week, fifth week, sixth week, and seventh week. Okay, this is very important. And then, if, for example, as I studied for doing the some analysis in for your shares. Okay, for example, if you buy a lot of share on 005 of Hong Kong share market, Then if you would like to project, okay, the trend of 005, then I would suggest you to, first of all, to convert all the dates to week number of the year first. Because, okay, to doing some data analysis on time series analysis, we need to make sure the function is continuous. Okay, this is very important. So that's why in the next class of my Excel session, okay, after this session, another class I will teach you how to do analysis into project. Okay, which year is good for you to do investment in. And also how to have a better composition, okay, on your MPF as well. I will teach you some very simple mathematics to do it. However, I know that it is nothing related to your work in Lianfeng. Maybe not so much people will attend my session. Okay, so okay, I would like to promote over here. That's why. Okay, the next session I will teach you how to do some data analysis, okay, on this environment. Okay, of course you say, wow, it is nothing related to Lianfeng work. How come you teach it? I be honest, it is related to the real situation in Lianfeng, okay? But however, I would like to bring out those features, okay, in a more interesting way and more related to your life, okay? Anyway, okay, is it clear now? Okay, this one is actually the calendar query, right? Okay, after the calculation, you will see, okay, QRY calendar underscore lookup, right? However, now, okay, what next I would like to do here is something called the year, right? This one, age, right? Can you see here? I've got, okay, something like the format. Okay, but the format here, I think I need to do in another example. Okay, but now I would like to teach you another thing first. Okay, now, okay, we've got two query, right? The first one, query customer underscore lookup, query calendar underscore lookup, right? And now, click file and see here. Okay, in the previous one, because I accidentally, okay, closed the PuP query. So that's why when I come back to the come into the PuP query editor again, okay, this option is great, right? However, now I would like to go through these features, okay, close and no to ... What is these features about? Okay, just click this first. After I hit this button, the differences between I just simply click the close button at the top right corner of the window. Okay, the difference is like that. If I click the top right corner of the dialog box, okay, it will automatically bring the PuP queries, retrieve the data, and put them in a new Excel spreadsheet and copy all the data into this new Excel spreadsheet, just like what we have now in Sheet 2, right? However, for this time, David, I don't want to retrieve those calendar dates, okay, into a separate Excel spreadsheet. I would like to connect it directly to the data source in the CSV file only. I don't want to occupy any space in this Excel spreadsheet. Then what should I do? Okay, basically, for the default step over here, for the table, okay, basically for QE customer underscore lookup, basically it is already by default select this option for you. It has already selected the table option for you. That means all this information will be retrieved to form as a table. And then what next is to create a new Excel spreadsheet to hold this table of data, right? This is the default setting. However, for this time, if you say, I would like to retrieve those data directly and then to form a spreadsheet with a pivot table, to form a spreadsheet with a pivot chart, then you can select these two options. However, if I would like to connect to get those information only, okay, that means whenever I would like to retrieve data, I just want to directly connect to the source file in CSV format and then put those data into the Excel spreadsheet to do the analysis directly, then you better select this option. This is also what I'm going to tell you to choose this one, okay? Please select this one, only create connection, okay? Please select this option. After that, click the OK button, see what happens. After that, can you see an additional spreadsheet created for you? No, because as I mentioned before, basically for the QRY calendar underscore lookup, can you see here? It's only a connection only. What does it mean? That means no data will be copied from the data source to this Excel spreadsheet. Okay, that means whenever you would like to get those data, then those data will remain in the CSV file. The beauty for this kind of connection method is like that. It will save your storage area in your local machine. Okay, the reason why, because take my project as an example. I have a project in the university on doing NLP. Do you know what is NLP? The natural language process. That means to learn the dialogue and learn the language of a human being. Okay, to let the machine learn. Okay, what we are talking about. Okay, for my sample record, I have altogether it should be 100,000 and 120,000 record need to know into my system. So if I use Excel, to do the machine learning process, and I will need to spare a huge amount of storage area in my local machine to keep those information, and it is very space consuming. It is not a wise way to do so. So whenever if you would like to connect to a huge database to do analysis, I would suggest you to select this option, connection only instead. Is it clear? So what next? If you say, David, I would like to open this data set to see the detail, then what should I do? Just double click it again. Then you can see all the data over here. Is it clear? If you press the top right corner to close the QE editor, then fall back to the Microsoft Excel. And here again, if you say, David, I have some new record has already put inside the CSV file I store in my document folder, then what should I do? Can you see here? Over here, next to the query, you can see a refresh button over here, right? Just simply click the refresh button. Then it will reload the data again. And over here, inside the Excel spreadsheet, all the data will be refreshed. Is here? Now, do another thing. Now I would like to import another set of data. But before I would like to further, just do it. Just do it first. Sorry. Click the from test CSV. And then what next is I would like to import the product lookup.csv. Product underscore lookup.csv. Double click. And then again, click this button. Add it. I think you need to familiarize yourself with these simple steps first. Now I've got here is the product underscore lookup. Again, I would like to change the name to QRY product underscore lookup, just like this. Now I've got something called like the product SKU and product name over here, right? So what next I would like to do is, is it okay? Has already input it, right? On the left hand side, you've got something like the QRY product underscore lookup, right? So over here, I'd like to do this again. Close and no do. And now, what I'm going to do is to do this. Only create connection. And here, I would like you to click this button again. Also, add this data to the data model. Basically, what is the use of the data model? Let me show you. First of all, only create connection. What does it mean? That means, low data will be copied from the data source to the Excel spreadsheet. That means, we can save some storage space, for doing another type of, for doing analysis, Now, after we click the data model, what does it mean? OK button. Basically, after we keep the data model, okay, what's the differences? Can you see here? This one will become connection only. And this one, after we say add to data model, can you see what is the differences? Okay, because for the QRY calendar underscore lookup, we just select the connection only. So it will tell you, okay, low record will be copied from the data source to your Excel spreadsheet. However, for this one, although we can't see any additional Excel spreadsheet over there, but it has already copied 1,560 rows record into our Excel spreadsheet. But where is the data? Where are the data here? Where can we find them? Okay, just have a look here. Basically, what is the data model? Because as I mentioned before, in Microsoft Power Excel, okay, I use another term, Power Excel. Okay, as I mentioned before, okay, we've got more data over here. We're making use of the Power Query to massage the data and select the data we want, okay, and then to drift it into to retrieve those information into our data model. Okay, what's the data model? Basically, data model is a concept like this because whenever we use a single query to retrieve data, we'll have a single source of data. If those data they have relationship in between each other, then all this kind of information need to link up together with the two data model. Okay, with the two data model. So, where is the data model? Okay, just have a look here. You'll see here, under the data tab over here, can you see over here, we've got something called the data tools. And then here, we've got a green and color button, okay, called Manage Data Model, right? Just simply click the Manage Data Model, see what happens. After you click the Manage Data Model, see? Okay, just have a look over here. We've got something called the query portal underscore lookup. Can you see this name over there? Okay, what is this? Because as I mentioned before, for the portal portal underscore lookup, we have already used a query, okay, to retrieve those data into our Excel spreadsheet. But what the Excel doing is not copy those data in to form a Excel spreadsheet. But what it do here is to copy all this data into a data model. So that's why in the Power PuP editor, you can find all this data in this area. Can you see this? This is point number one. And point number two is, well, this is more or less the same that as the Power Query and Microsoft Excel. And what is the major differences between the Power PuP and also the Power Query? Just have a look here. Can you see over here? We've got something called the data wheel, diagram wheel, right? This is the major differences in Power PuP. Just simply click this option, dialog wheel. Okay, as I mentioned before, okay, basically for data model and PuP, most people will treat them the same thing. Because if you like to change the structure of the data model, what you can do in Microsoft Excel is to do it inside the Power PuP editor. So that's why, okay, people will treat both the data model and pivot table, the Power PuP is the same thing. Okay, so after you click the diagram view, you can see we have already import, okay, the query portal underscore lookup table into the Power PuP editor. Can you see this? Up to this moment, you should got only one table over here, right? However, if you say, David, I would like to add more data table into this data model, and what should I do? Okay, let me show you. Okay, just simply close this editor first. Okay? as we did, okay, before, okay, because for here, okay, basically I would like to retrieve, okay, those data into the data model. Okay, if I generate a query, we just select the close and load to option, and then choose the connection only, and then click the add to data model. Then all those stuff will be add, okay, to the data model. However, if we would like to do it afterward, then what should we do? For example, just take the query customer underscore lookup as an example, okay, for this one. So if we would like to put it back to the data model, then what should we do? Okay, what should we do? Just like here, okay, if we mouse over one of the query here, okay, we just select this one, query customer underscore lookup. Okay, this is the first query we create. But at that time, okay, we forget to add the what? Add to data model option. So how to do it afterward? Just mouse over here, and then here we've got a menu button, right? Just click the menu button, then we will see an option called the load tool, right? After we click the load tool, then we can add something like what? Load tool, add the data to the data model, right? It will say, well, I would like to connect, only create connection only. Then we just change it, okay, to only create connection. And click also this option, add this data to the data model. It's okay? After that, okay. And click the OK button. See what happens. Wow, David, how come all the data disappear? Why? Because we changed the option from table to what? Connection only. That means, okay, from now on, all these three query, okay, will not load any data onto any Excel spreadsheet. Okay, what we can find is that only these two query customer underscore lookup and query underscore product underscore lookup. Okay, all this data can be found in which one? In the data model. Okay, just click this one again. Okay, manage data model. See what happens. Over here, oh sorry, we've got two tabs. The first one, query product underscore lookup, and the second one is query customer underscore lookup. Is it clear? Okay, if we say, what about if we click this option, diagram view? So what happened? We've got one more table create over here. Can you see? This is actually the data model we just create. But up to this moment, okay, there are no relationship between each table. Okay, we need to retrieve more data, okay, and more table into the data model, okay, in order to create a more meaningful data model. Okay, this is very important. So again, do it again. Okay, so just simply go to the data again. Okay, from CSV file. Okay, basically, we have already import those data from the customer lookup CSV and also the product lookup CSV. I would like to have, okay, also the store lookup CSV and region of CSV. Okay, just retrieve it, okay, for me. Okay, please do it by yourself. Okay, so after you retrieve the region underscore lookup CSV file and store underscore lookup CSV file, then you may have a 5 minutes break. Okay, just do it by yourself. Yeah. region and stuff. Region and stuff. Not so complicated, okay? I ask you to do it by yourself, okay? The steps should not be very complicated. Okay? QRY, okay? And save and load, okay? Close and load too. And then only create connections and add the state.一零點一七零點二點係10.170.2.175分鐘。喂喂，係我 send 個 email 俾我嘛，而家我 send 俾你啊。係，等等。 係我嘅四個，係，但是 yes 啊，係四個，冇錯，OK。佢好遠好闊㗎，佢係好闊嘅嗰個，係啊，所以係比較精彩少少嘅呢一個。好，我過嚟，等等，我驚一間輪到我跟唔到你哋。OK OK, we should got all together 4 table first, OK? finally, I won't have any break. Anyway, okay. Okay, just I've got I see some problem. Okay, when you are doing the to create a query. Okay, first of all, okay, I would like to say something like here. Okay, for the calendar lookup. Okay, I discovered that okay, some of you okay, your machine okay, maybe the date format is different. Okay, so finally okay, you've got some error over here. Okay, from row 10 onward, all this day are become error. Do you know why? Because okay, the dates format is very critical. Because the machine of one of our colleagues, okay, the machine treat okay, the first one, the first placeholder is the date, and the second placeholder is the month, and the last one is the year. However, when it go to the line, for example, this one, then there are low the 14th month, okay, in the year. So that's why from this one onward, okay, all the data, okay, from row 13 onward, all the data will become error. So whenever you encounter this problem, then what should you do? Okay, I just show you how to do it. First of all, okay, you need to click the data type button, and then over here, can you see an option called the use locale? Can you see this? Okay, and then from the dialog box, okay, the data type, okay, you should choose the dates, and here for the locale, okay, please choose the correct locale. And then after that, click the OK button, then the problem will be resolved. Is it clear? Okay, this is one of the problem that I observed, okay, from the exercise. Okay, this is point number one. Okay. Besides this, okay, any other questions? No. Then that's great. For store lookup, okay, for myself, I forget to rename it. Okay. So I fall back and then QRY and rename it again. Okay, that's great. Rename it. Okay. And now, okay, rename it, keep the change. Okay. And then after I fall back here, okay, go back here, and then you find that, okay, David, how come? Okay, for the store lookup, okay, I just see, okay, you are renaming, okay, the store lookup back to what? Back to QRY store lookup, right? However, how come in the PuP4 editor, okay, the name remains the same, okay, without the QRY header? How come we will become like this? The reason is like this, because all the name, okay, they will keep, okay, the name when the system import the data. That means at that time, okay, my table name is store underscore lookup. Then although I have already changed the name from query, okay, the name will remain the same. Okay, so please bear in mind, at the very beginning, okay, before you build the data model, please make sure all the name and notation, okay, is of your standard or maybe is of your team standard. Because for data modeling, okay, this is very important, especially for the naming notation and the naming method. Because most of the data model need to work as a team, maybe you need to work with your partner. If the naming notation are different, then maybe it will cause, okay, quite a lot of problem in communicate with each team member in your team. Okay, this is very important. Okay, now, okay, after I see, okay, most of you know how to retrieve, okay, those data from the Power Query, and then from the Power Query, and then grab those data to form a data model. Okay, that's very good. Okay, so now we come back, okay, to the Excel spreadsheet here first. Okay, now what I'm going to do is another thing. Okay, because as you can see there, okay, besides, okay, the those are data from customer, order lookup, region lookup, and store lookup. Okay, with altogether 4 table we've got. However, to link up these four tables, we should have a very, very important element. That is the transaction table. Okay, so how to prepare the transaction table? This is very important. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, basically, if you select from test CSV, okay, you can see here, we've got something called the food mart transaction 1997, food mart transaction 1998, right? 1998, 1997, right? So if I say, well, David, I would like to retrieve, okay, these two data sources and then append them together and form a single table, then what should you do? What should you do? Okay, maybe you may think, okay, that's very simple because I can still remember, okay, at the beginning of the session, you show me, okay, I go to the top, data, and then under the ribbon, I've got the get data option, and then over here, I got something called the combine query. If you are talking this, okay, the thing is right, okay, then I should select the append, right? You are right. However, after you click append, what we got here is two table, right? And then merge two, append two tables together, no problem. However, after you click here, no option for that two file. Why? Because all the CSV file, or maybe all the data source, you should, okay, first of all, to use a query to retrieve it first. Or otherwise, you cannot append or merge this table or these data sources together with the append option or the merge option. Is it clear? So, although you know the correct features, but you still need to what? Need to from test CSV. Maybe, okay, we first of all, okay, to retrieve the 1997 one first. And then after that, okay, click the edit option. And now, okay, I've got, okay, this one, the food mart transaction 1997. Okay, again, QRY to name it as a query. And then save and no, host and no to. Again, only create connection. Add this data to the data model. After that, okay. And also, from task CSV, please input also the food mart transactions underscore 1998. Add it. And then what next here is to name it as the QRY, okay, food mart underscore transaction underscore 1998. Close and no to. Only create connections. Add this data to this data model. Okay, so we've got all together, okay, two query. So we've got a problem. Okay, David, okay, if we like to keep these two transactions, okay, so what should I do? How to append them? So at this moment, we have already prepared the 1997 and 1998 query. So we select the combine query and go to the append. And now we can append these two tables together. Okay, select the 1997 and append the 1998. After that, okay. So these two query will form a new query, and the name here, it will temporarily name it as what? As append 1, right? If I would like to give a more meaningful, okay, name for the query. I will name it as QRY transaction 1997-1998. Enter. And then after that, we've got, okay, one more query over here. Is it here? Is it here? Okay, this is pawn number 1. And pawn number 2, that is, okay, basically, for those table over here, okay, let me show you, okay, how to make sure a table's uniqueness. Do you know what is uniqueness? For example, maybe in Hong Kong, okay, my name is David Mann. Maybe, okay, in Hong Kong, there are more than one David Mann in Hong Kong. So how to differentiate this David Mann to another David Mann, or maybe differentiate from the third and fourth David Mann? How to differentiate them in Hong Kong? We will use a very simple method. Use the Hong Kong ID card number to differentiate this David Mann and that David Mann, right? So in table also, we should have something to differentiate each record from one to another one, although all the records are the same. So how to differentiate it? So what we're going to do is to add one more column. In academic field, we'll call this column as PK. PK, that means primary key. Okay, so whenever we call about, okay, what is the PK of yourself, then your PK is the Hong Kong ID. Okay, that is your primary key, right? So how to add the primary key for this record? Because for this transaction, okay, we don't have any key for them. For example, over here, we've got customer, we have something called the customer ID. Okay, for the product, we have product ID. Region, we've got region ID. And store, we've got store ID. However, for this transaction, 1997 to 1998, we won't have any transaction ID for it. So how to add it? Simple. Take this column, and over here, we've got something called the add column. And over here, we've got something called the index column, right? Index column. From 0 or from 1 onward. Okay, I just, select the custom. What's the custom? Because for starting index, we may start from what? 1001, right? And the increment is 1. Okay? And then we can treat it as the what? As the index column. Maybe in academic, we call it as the PK. And then we got, the index is 1001, 102, 103. Can you see at the last row, last column of the table? Okay, I would like to move it back, okay, to the first column of the table. Then we just simply drag and drop over here. This is very easy, right? This is column number 1. Okay, and now, okay, we've got this table already, okay? And what next? Okay, and what next is that, okay, we'd like to close and node to, and then to only create connection and add to the data model, right? And now, okay. So finally, now we fall back to the manage data model, see what happened. Okay, after that, you can see in the Power Query, we've got all the table available over there, right? We can see all the data we need to use for data analysis as well. So if we would like to have an overview for all these kind of things in the data model, choose the diagram view. And then over here, we've got, so many tables over there. And one more thing I need to remind you, because some colleagues can't find all the table, because over here at the bottom part of the pivot table editor, we can scroll from left to right. Maybe some table you may find on the right hand side of the editor as well. But there's some problem, David. Okay, now we've got query customer, query region lookup, store lookup, and this one is the 1997 record, and this one is the 1998 record, and this one is the what? It's the 1997 to 1998. Okay, be honest, these two query is useless in this data model, right? So, how to remove them? How to remove them? That's the problem, right? So, if you say, well, I want to remove this from the data model, how to do it? Delete. Okay? And then it will delete from the model. However, it will say, this table was created by query. To change the table, change the query instead. Can you see this? Okay, if those tables are directly retrieved, from the Excel spreadsheet, and you can delete them anytime. Anytime, okay? However, from query, you cannot delete them directly like what I just did. Okay, so how to remove them from the data model? Okay, just for that. Okay, for these two, okay, we just do something like that. Okay, for the query food mark transaction 1997, we don't want it, right? So mouse over here, and then got here, select low to, and here we just remove that. Okay, again here, right click, right, yeah, mouse over, click the menu button, low to, remove this option, from the query. Okay, I just removed the add to data model from the query 1997 and 1998. And then again, when we go back to the manage data model and diagram view, we find the 1997 and 1998 table disappear. Can you see this? Is okay? Okay. So we have already built a data model. Okay, but before I kickstart to build a relationship between each table, I still have one more features I would like to teach you. That is the merge option. Merge query. Because for this exercise, I just show you how to append two tables together with the append query, right? That means in the future, if the data source gets changed, this append query will append both the 1997 record and 1998 record together automatically. You just replace those data content inside the file, and all the thing will automatically do for you. This is very important. And now, go back to the query. We still have another thing I would like to show you. That is the merge. Basically, what is the merge? Can you see the compile query? We still have something called the merge, right? What is merge? Because let's have a look here. For the query transaction 1997 to 1998. Basically, over here, can you see this is what we so-called the transaction, right? And here it will show you the PK of this table. This is the index 1001, 1002, 1003, right? And here is the transaction date, and here is the border ID 1472, and here is the custom ID 3449. Make it simple. If I would like to form a table for which it will not only show the transaction of our shop, but also in this table it will show also some important information about the customer, maybe the name of the customer, the address of the customer, something like that. Then what should we do? How to form a simple table like this? In the old time, then what should you do? you may use a very useful and powerful formula. That is the VLOOKUP formula, right? However, here we will use the merge query. How to do it? Okay, just have a look. Okay, close this. So from get data, you can see here we've got something called the combine query. And then, okay, you have already demonstrated what's the append, right? And now I'm going to show you what's merge. Basically, now in the merge dialog box, okay, first of all, okay, I will choose, okay, which query to merge to another query. Okay, the first one I would like to choose is this one, the query transaction 1997 to 1998, right? And the second one, I would like to get those information about the customer from the customer ID, okay, from the query transaction 1997 to 1998. So how to do it? Select this one. The second one is the query customer lookup. And over here, I'd like to teach you another term. Okay, we've got here something called the PK, right? The PK is to make sure the uniqueness of the record, right? If I say I would like to, okay, from this key to guide me to another foreign table to get those information from another table, then this key we will call it as FK. FK is foreign key. That means, okay, both PK and FK in database management is very important. Okay, remember PK and FK very easy to remember, right? Primary key and foreign key, and of course, okay, both PK and FK are not good work, right? Okay, for the customer ID here, I select this foreign key, and here also I will tell the system, okay, please search for this customer ID from another table, customer ID, to look for the detailed information about this customer, right? So, and what next? This step is very important. Over here, it will ask you what kind of join you want to join these two tables together. Okay, basically in the relationship database management science, okay, we will treat this kind of merge operation as something called a join operation. We've got something called the inner join, outer join, right inner join, right outer join, and full outer join, something like that. Very, very complicated. Okay, for this kind of course, we will have a 3-month course, okay, to cover this topic. However, okay, for short, okay, I just show you this PowerPoint. Really simple, Okay, here, just have a look, okay, to a PowerPoint, okay, show you what is inner join, outer join, something like that. Okay, basically, we've got inner join, left join, right join, and outer join. Okay, what is left and right? Basically, in our DBMS, left, that means left-hand side table, and right, that means right-hand side table. Left, that means the first table, and right, that means the second table. Okay? If I say, okay, I would like to join, okay, with the outer join these two tables together. Okay, for this outer join, we will call it as the full outer join. That means, okay, all the data will be joined together. For example, like here, if I say, okay, here I've got the name, Patrick, Albert, Maria, Darlene, Elizabeth, okay, over here. If I say I would like to join, okay, have a full outer join to join all the lines together, okay, then what happened? That means all together we've got here how many names? 5 names. And over here, how many inches? 4 inches here. After the full outer join, okay, full outer join operation, then what happened? Then here we've got all together 4 times 5 composition over here. That means 5 people will join to each for every inches over here. That means we will have a record like how to pronounce Peter. Patrick. How to pronounce this one? Patrick. Patrick 嗬，Patrick like stars, Patrick like climbing，呢個Patrick like cold，Patrick like apple。Also here we've got Albert like stars, Albert like climbing, Albert like cold, Albert like apple, something like that. That means each of the name will link to each of the interests over here. That means all together, after the full outer join operation, we've got all together 20 record will be generated. However, if you say, well, how about the left join and right join? That means, okay, all the record, okay, which will have the information, okay, from the first table, then we will get it from the right hand side table. Then this kind of join we call the left hand join. That means we will what to treat the first table as the origin. Okay, if those information, okay, from the second table cannot be found in the first table, then ignore them, omit them. Okay, in another way, okay, if we use the right join, what does it mean? That means we will treat the second table as the origin. That means all the information, all the record which appears only in the first table, that means in the left table, then can be ignored. If those information or record, okay, appears in both the first record and the second record, then will be appear in the join operation. Then this kind of join we call it as the right join. Okay, so over here, just have a look on the option. Okay, I just covered this free join. Okay, for the full join, all rows will fall from both. Okay, please ignore it. Okay, impossible. Okay, this is useless for us. However, here, as I mentioned before, left join, left, that means left table. That means the first one. For of course, okay, all transaction we've got, okay, the custom ID here inside the transaction. For example, here 3449, okay, that should be included. Okay, so that's why we'll select the left outer join. However, how come, wait, why don't you select the right outer join? If I select the outer join, let's guess, okay, because the transaction table here is only record the transaction between the shop and the customer. Maybe have some customer in the world, they won't have any business before with our shop. Then all this kind of operation, all this kind of transaction will be disappear, or maybe there will be no transaction, okay, appear in the record. So if we use the right outer join, what happened? Then there will be have some customer information will be mapped to some null transaction. Then it is also meaningless to our analysis. Okay, so that's why I will select what? The left outer join. That means we will we treat the first table as the origin, right? And then link to the what? Link to the customer table and treat the customer table, okay, as the additional information, the source of the additional information. That means after this information, can we find all the data from the transaction table 1997 to 1998? The answer is yes. However, okay, only part of the customer information can be found after the join operation here, because the operation we select is what? Is left outer join. However, if we choose this one, right outer join, what does it mean? That means all the information from the right hand side table will appear in the what? In the table after the join operation. However, not all the transaction can be appear in the table. So that's why we'll choose this one, left outer join, at this scenario. So after that, click what? Click the OK button. See what happens. Then we've got something like this, right? Here is the merge, right? And here we got the table like this, okay? Left hand side is the transaction, and the right hand side is the customer lookup table, like this. Can you see this? And here, please rename the query first. The query, QRY, cost, something like that. Transaction and customer, okay? Yes. Huh? Okay, I will show you later, okay, after this session, okay. Now, okay, with naming as the query trans customer, right? Now here we've got something called a wow table. Well, how come? Okay, how to handle this table? Okay, basically, can you see an option over here? A button here. Okay, there's a button. Okay, what's this button represent? Then represent to expand the table. To expand the table. Okay, once you click the expand table button, see what happens. It will ask you, okay, which field from the customer table you would like to show over here. So that's why I don't want to show all the customer information. So I just simply, okay, to select all the options first. Okay, I would like to know about the maybe gender of the customer. Okay, and also I would like to know about the marital status. Okay, maybe the birthday. Okay, because I would like to classify maybe the transaction. Okay, from which age group of people. Okay, and also from which city, something like that. Okay, from city, birthday, marital status, and gender. Okay. Okay, after that, click OK button. Show it will pause you. Okay, this transaction is from a customer. Okay, from the Pomona. This one is from Long Beach. Okay, the dates of birth of the customer, and here is the gender of the customer, so on so forth. Is it clear? Okay, then we can make use of the word merge features. Then we can easily to merge two sets of data easily, right? So in the old time, maybe you need to use quite a lot of function to merge two tables. However, now we just click a few keys. So simple, so easy, and then you can do once and generate many reports with these features. Okay, if you can have you have a clear mindset, because the operation here is very simple. However, the most important thing is have a clear mindset. This is even more important. Is it clear? Okay, up to this moment, any question? No. Okay, now, so that's good. Okay, so here we just load and close, load and load to. And now, I don't want to load to the data model because so many tables in the data model, then the next part will be very difficult. Okay, so here I just select the only create connection. And please, okay, left it blank. Okay, for the chat box here, left it blank and click OK. Okay, it call it, okay, discover another problem, okay, when creating the merge operation. Because when she, okay, choose a merge operation, just like what I'm doing now, okay, I choose this one, and here I choose, maybe this time I connect to store, okay, store ID and store ID, and then she discover one thing, that is, here become gray. Okay, what happened? Because sometimes, okay, maybe your machine is slow, so they cannot retrieve those important information from the table at the moment. So here will remain gray. So what should you do? You may just simply click this refresh button again and again. Then it will enable it again once those data can retrieve, okay, successfully to the memory. Is it clear? Okay, this is the solution. Okay. Up to this moment, is it clear? Okay, up to this moment, most of the query operation you have already learned. And now, okay, you have already learned about the append query and the merge query already, right? And now, the last part is like this. Okay, please hit this button, Manage Data Model. As I mentioned before, okay, we have already successfully import altogether 6 tables, okay, into the data model, right? And now what we are going to do is to merge them together to give a relationship between each table and to do further analysis. Okay, basically how to build a relationship. Okay, to handle relationship, okay, between each table is an art. Okay, not a science, it's an art. Okay, to handle relationships is very difficult. In the world, we have different kind of relationship. Like you and your husband, okay, the relationship is 1-to-1, right? If you have so many boyfriend or so many girlfriend, then the relationship is what? 1-to-many. If you want to go to what? Go to language form. Okay, maybe you join the table for 6, okay, activity all the time, okay, for the day, for all the time. Then the relationship of you and between your another half, okay, the relationship is what? It's many to many. I don't know which relationship you are now have. Okay, what I'm now teaching you is how to handle this kind of relationship, not in the real world, in DBMS. Okay, how do we handle it? Okay, so for those relationship, 1-on-1, what does it mean? That means, okay, that is one table to another table, okay? And for 1-to-1 relationship, we will not here can be seen in our RDBMS. Do you know why? Because if both are very stable relationship, both table, they are 1-on-1, that means one record match to another table, one record. That means that the relationship is very, very stable. Then how come? Why don't put them together into one table? More easier to handle. So that's why if you have relationship with another girl or another boy, okay, if you have a 1-on-1 and very stable relationship, then you better form a table. That means form a family and live together. That's the mechanism, okay? 1-on-1 is a relationship, okay? I would suggest you to what? To put it into a one single table, just like what you did, okay, in real life, okay? If you say, David, no, okay, I have so many girlfriends, so how to handle it? Okay, then, okay, the PuP table can help you. Just have a look here. Okay, just look at this table. The table, this one. This one is what? Is the Curie transaction, 1997 to 1998, right? If I say, okay, we have a different product over here, and one product can be sold to many what? Many customer. I may have a many transaction to handle it. Just like what we will have in the order management system, right? In the order management system, maybe one single style number product, we will what? We will have a quite different transaction to different customer, right? So let's have a look here. How to do the relationship. Over here, we've got the PK, order ID, right? We just simply drag and drop this PK to the FK in the transaction 1997 to 1998. And then here, we have already built a relationship, 1-to-many. Can you see here? We've got 1. And here we've got asterisk. That means 1-to-many relationship. Is it clear? One product can be sold to can have different transactions, right? Just like a cup noodle in the convenience store, okay, we can have so many transactions to different customers, right? And also here, a single customer here may have different business and more than one transaction with our company. So that's why customer ID linked to the foreign key in the transaction 1997 to 1998. Also, the relationship is what? 1-to-many. The 1-to-many relationship, okay, the PuP can handle it easily, okay, for you here. And also here, okay, which store have transaction? Store ID, also 1-to-many relationship to the store ID inside the transaction 1997 to 1998, right? And here, okay, region ID. Here, region ID in the store lookup table, drag and drop. Then we've got here another relationship. One region may have more than one store. That is also 1-to-many relationship. See? That means, okay, this PuP editor can help us to mainly handle what? 1-to-many relationship. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. And then how about my relationship with my girlfriends and my girlfriends with their boyfriends? Then how to handle it? Many to many relationship, right? But in the real world, okay, we really need to handle many to many relationship, just like what we did in the auto management system. Can you imagine? Okay, we have many customer, right? And we have many supplier, right? And many customer can buy products from many suppliers. This is what in the real world, right? Then the relationship between the customer and the supplier is the what? Many to many relationship. Then how to handle their transaction over here? Then it has already been shown over here. Can you see here? Just take the product table and the customer table over here. Have a look. Basically, in the real world, many customers can buy many goods from our company, right? They can buy many different style number product from our company, and many customers we can supply many different style number product to them as well. So the relationship between the product and the customer, the relationship is what? Is many to many. So if we need to really have this handle this kind of thing, then can you see in between them, we need to have an agent in between. This is the transaction table. So whenever you need to handle many to many relationship, you cannot handle it by yourself because many to many relationship is very difficult to handle. So that's why you need to have an agent in between. Just like what you can see here. The transaction table will be act as a what? A agent to what? To provide the many, to handle the many to many relationship between the product and the customer table. Can you see here? So over here, although okay, the PuP for editor can handle only one to many relationship, but in the real world, okay, this feature has already capable to handle also the many to many relationship and one-on-one relationship. Can you see this? Can you imagine this? Okay. As a recap, again, if two tables, the relationship is 1-to-1, what does it mean? Why don't put them together as a single table? More easier and more effective, okay, to handle this table, right? If the relationship is 1-to-many, okay, then the PuP can do for you. If you need to handle many to many relationship, then you need to add one more table in between. For example, here, the product table and customer table, their relationship is many to many. Then you need to add an additional table, add as a transaction, and add as an agent to link up that relationship. And here we show the relationship inside this table. Is it clear? So, after that, we have already built up the relationship. And what next? That means we have already created the data model, and now we can do analysis. And most of the time, you use which tools to do the analysis? Pivot table. However, pivot table can only handle one single table only. And now we've got what? 5 tables together, and also we need to handle their relationship as well. So what we can do here is this option, pivot table. But this pivot table is Power Pivot. Okay, so please click this button, pivot table. Can you see home? We've got something called the pivot table, right? Just click pivot table, and now it will show you, okay, whether or not you would like to create a new worksheet. I say yes, new worksheet, and click OK. See what happens. Okay, on the right hand side, okay, now because I apply, okay, from raw data and then use the query, okay, to retrieve data. And after that, we form a data model. After we got the data model, then we apply the data model and use the pivot table to do the analysis for you, right? So at this moment, okay, screen is too busy, so I close the query and connection first. Okay, I don't want the screen being too busy. Okay, on the right hand side, okay, we've got something like this. Okay, and here we've got the table. Okay, query, customer lookup, product. region, right? For each, okay, in the old time, for the pivot table, we can see only fields only. And now, we have already grouped them together with a different table. And different table, when we expand it, we can see the fields inside, right? So, I would suggest you to start from the what? Start from the transaction. Okay, just have a look here. Okay, if I say I would like to check those transactions, okay, let's say here transaction date, okay, from the row, transaction date, okay, drag and drop over here, row. Okay, on the left hand side you can see, okay, 1997, 1998, right? And what next here is, okay, I would like to know also different transaction from different region, okay, from the customer, okay. I would like to know their city, okay, customer city. Then I select the customer city and then drag to the column like this. And then after that, okay, I would like also their quantity show in different city. So here we've got the quantity and drag the quantity to the value. Then we have already generated a table to have some rough analysis, okay, on the what different dates and different year in different city. We have a different transaction, different number of transaction. Of course, okay, if the table put in this manner, okay, it's not nice looking. So I just, okay, the customer city, drag and drop, okay, maybe here. I just put at the top of the what? Of the row. I've got this type table. If you say, wow, David, I don't want to put in this way, drag and drop customer city at the end of the transaction date, then we've got this table. Like this. Okay? Of course, if you say, well, David, I don't want to use the transaction date to do anything. Okay, so what should we do? Okay, maybe I'll put the city on the left hand side, and over here, I would like to put the education, okay, on the column. And we've got, okay, different type category of people, okay, from different region, okay, we'll have a different number of transaction, okay, from our shop. And if you like to, okay, have a more graphical way, okay, to have an overview on the data, okay, let's say here, I would suggest you use a very traditional method. Okay, for example, I just highlight the source data over here, the data over here inside the central part of the table. And over here, I've just used an operation, like a features, okay, from home, from conditional formatting, and over here we've got something called the color scale. Over here, okay, maybe I use this scale. So after I apply this scale, then what has happened? Okay, for the red in color, what does it mean? That means no transaction rate. And for those high transaction rate, they will be in blue in color, right? You see, the higher the transaction rate is, the bluest, okay, the record will be colored, okay? So after we generate this map, okay, maybe in the real world, we'll call this as a something called the heat map. Of course, this is not a real heat map. Okay, just to give you an overview, okay, on the allocation of your data only, okay, because after we get an insight on this kind of data, okay, with this visualized tools, then we can start on how to drill down to have a more in detail data analysis on this set of data. This is only the first step for the data analysis. So, up to this moment, any questions? Basically, okay, what I teach today is how to get data from the what? From the data source, and then use the Power Query to do data massage. And then after that, if those data are very complicated. Okay, how to merge them together, how to append them together, how to handle those errors, okay, in the process. And then after that, if those data, okay, we need to handle are coming from different data source, and how to merge them together with the data model. After that, then how to generate a pivot table to have an overview on those raw data. Okay, after we got an insight, then we will kickstart another level of data analysis. And that level of data analysis, I will left it to another lesson. Okay, so up to this moment, we only do half of the stuff only. Maybe we've just start, okay, our journey to do data analysis, okay, with these powerful tools. Okay, up to this moment, any questions? Basically, I have already recorded the whole session. Okay, I will share the video clip, okay, with all of you. Okay, and also if you find any questions, okay, I will form a MS Team groups, okay, and then you can raise your question over there regarding to the data exploration and visualization issues. Okay, besides if you say, well, David, I'm not using Excel, I use a Tableau or Python or R to do data analysis, you can also raise question over there. You can also raise question over there. I don't know whether or not I can answer your question, but I try my very best to answer your questions. Okay? If, wow, so struggle. Okay. Anyway, okay. If you won't have any further questions, okay, maybe you stop here. Okay, thank you for coming. Okay, thank you everybody. Okay, see you next time. Thank you. But this is the simplest method. Okay, if you keep all the data with the same name, file name, and same location, this is the simplest method for you to handle it. But of course, it's not so convenient. However, if I teach you another method, that method may be a little bit complicated and much more difficult for you to handle as a beginner. So that's why I will not cover that method in this session. Because it's just a kickstart, okay, in a small scale first. And then after that, in the advanced course, I will teach you how to handle this kind of more complicated problem. Okay, you may just treat it as a kickstart lesson. Okay, because for more complicated operation, I will cover in the later on advanced level lessons sessions. Okay, okay，點啊？OK，好，我停咗我個錄影先。